Back on the Rob Dibble Show with Ben Darnell in your afternoon drive. Joining us now on the Rob Dibble Show hotline, Danny Barrera, midfielder for the Hartford Athletic. And Danny, you guys aren't off to a great start, but obviously you want to change some stuff coming up Saturday night. Tell us about the beginning of the season and some of your trouble.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's been kind of a rough start. It's been kind of like the case of Murphy's Law, things that can go wrong are going wrong. And, it's unfortunate that we don't have more points right now, but I don't think that our results so far are indicative of the team we have. I think a lot of the games that we've dropped have been kind of self-inflicted wounds to be honest, just us kind of shooting ourselves in the foot. We're winning games and we just have a mental lapse and giving up crucial points basically. So I think once we tighten that up, we'll be back in that playoff hunt.
Out of the 9 games so far this season, 6 have been on the road. So you guys finally getting back to some home games on a consistent basis. What is that like, especially for you guys? And you come from all sorts of places around the world. But when you're on the road like that, do you guys ever do things that are non-soccer related?
I mean, it's strictly business for the most part, I would say. Yeah, we've been on the road like crazy amount this year so far, and mostly on the West Coast, really. So it's been time change, different weathers. Obviously, Colorado with the elevation, and Arizona with the heat. But yeah, I mean, after the game, we have maybe a few hours before bed. I went over and did a little top golf in Birmingham, in Alabama, with some of the guys. So. I mean, we get to try it, but you're never really in the mood either when you're not winning games.
Talking to Danny Barrera, he's a midfielder for the Hartford Athletic. Tab Ramos came in last year. You had 3 different coaches last year. Has that had anything to do with, the slow start? Maybe it's just getting used to a new guy and knowing that you're going to have a guy for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a combination of that. And, he brought his players in that, he feels the team needs to win. So, yeah, it is gelling a little bit as a whole, as a staff and as all the new players coming in. But, yeah, I think, we've missed the mark by just a tiny bit in the last few games. So I think, once the tide turns, we'll be doing just fine.
Interesting for you, sir, because you're used to being the starting midfielder the whole time. You've come off the bench a little bit at the beginning of this season. You're the club's leader in goals scored and assists. All right, tell me if this is not the way it is. I'm wondering, Danny Barrera is like, I got to let some of these other guys get some run, let the little pups kind of grow up a little bit. And then Tab Ramos is like, all right, we got to do something. Danny, get your butt in there and let's start scoring some goals. Am I right on that? Is that how the rotation's been going for you at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I had knee surgery in the off season, so I missed basically the whole preseason, all of preseason. So to start the season, I was kind of behind the 8 ball, to say the least, kind of playing catch up. And now a month, 2 months in, kind of getting back into it. But listen, for me, it's I just want the Hartford Athletic to win games. Whether I'm in there, whether I'm not, it doesn't matter to me. I just wanted this to be a successful club, and I want us to win games because I know this city. I've been here so long. I want us to have a winning team, and they hired Tab for a reason, and I'm supporting his decisions regardless whether I'm in or I'm out. Any way I can help and give advice to the younger guys and how to get the job done, I'll do that. But yeah, I think it's crunch time now, and this weekend is a must-win game, so we'll see what happens.
I know you're originally from Bogota, Colombia, and as of, went out to Westlake. I still have a house out by Westlake, California, where you played your high school ball. Is there anything around Hartford that kind of reminds you of home or even California that, when you're feeling a little bit blue and you take a couple of your mates out, you go out and you eat around Hartford?
Honestly, I've been here so long now, I forgot what California's like. But no, I mean, there's a few, my wife's Mexican, so there's a few little Mexican restaurants or spots around East Hartford and down towards Waterbury that kind of hit the spot back home, and really the family's happy that I'm doing well. So it's really for them to kind of just reminisce a little bit of that California Mexican food, and that puts everybody in a good mood.
We talked to you last time about how much the fan base loves you and how you've really reciprocated that love, and you actually hang out with a lot of these fans. And some supporters have taken you disc golfing. You already talked about your Top Golf. Now you've been disc golfing for like a couple of years now, so you should be pretty decent. I don't know if that knee injury kept you away from the disc golf courses, but you got any disc golf stories for us that you've been picking up your game at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've been just working on that course in my neighborhood. I convinced my neighbors all to buy baskets and to let me use all their backyards.
So you guys have like your own neighborhood course?
Backyard, playing disc golf.
Awesome.
But they love it too, actually. My neighbors, they're all part of the community, and they're connected with Hartford here and there. But yeah, we've built like a nine-hole golf course in my cul-de-sac that we have, and all the neighbors get out there, and we have a good time.
So I see. Do you stay? It seems like you stay here on the East Coast when the season's over, things like that, and you have little ones. Are they playing soccer? And how's the soccer, if they do play, around Connecticut for the youth?
Yeah, obviously in the off season it's winter, so I try to get them involved in the indoor activities. But I don't really push them too much when it comes to the soccer stuff. I actually want them to try all types of different things. They played basketball, and my daughter played basketball just this last winter as well. And then I actually started taking them over to ski sundown.
Awesome.
And oh man, that was the biggest mistake, because now they have the board, the season passes. Can I go with my friends there all day, every day? So, I mean, it keeps them busy, so, I can't complain. And I like going down the mountain myself when my knee's feeling good, so.
That's awesome.
I'm glad they got to do it this year.
You guys take on Loudoun United, a team you guys pretty much dominate. 10-1-1 against Loudoun all time for the Hartford Athletic. You are pretty dominant against this squad as well. Again, 7 o'clock is kickoff this Saturday, this weekend, and we caught Danny Barrera right when he was getting his game day cut. We're talking haircuts right now, Danny. What do you do? What's kind of the ritual that you have to have before you get out there on the pitch?
I mean, yeah, like you said, even my wife says, you look good, you feel good, you play good. But yeah, just call my barber and ask him if he has a quick hour slot after practice. It's kind of hard sometimes to make an appointment because we don't really know exactly when we get out of practice. But we happen to have the last two pretty hard days. So today was light and got out a little early. So yeah, just call him up and ask them to make me look fresh, and then just do the usual recovery stuff, some ice bath, and get on the compression boots, and be ready to break out on Saturday.
Saturday, 7 o'clock, Hartford Athletic versus Loudoun United FC. Danny, thank you so much for your time. Good luck on Saturday. Everybody get out there and support Hartford Athletic soccer.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.